Have you ever wondered if a solar eclipse occurred during Jesus' crucifixion? A fascinating question, isn't it? Today, we delve into this intriguing theory that finds roots in the descriptions of the Synoptic Gospels. These ancient texts detail an event of darkness during Jesus' crucifixion, lasting about 3 hours. Now let's briefly touch upon what a solar eclipse is. In layman's terms, it's a celestial event where the moon comes between the Earth and the Sun, casting a shadow on our planet and temporarily blocking sunlight. This results in darkness, much like the one described during the crucifixion. The question that arises here is whether this darkness was indeed a solar eclipse. Could it be that this significant event in Christian history coincided with a natural astronomical phenomenon? Or are we looking at something else entirely? A symbolic interpretation perhaps, or a miraculous occurrence that cannot be explained by science? So the question remains, was this darkness described in the Gospels a natural phenomenon like a solar eclipse, or was it something else entirely? As we delve deeper into this topic, keep this question in mind. Let's explore the evidence and maybe we'll find some answers. Let's delve into the evidence that suggests a solar eclipse might have happened during Jesus' crucifixion. The Synoptic Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke describe an intriguing phenomenon during this event, the sky darkening for about 3 hours. Ancient Christian writers took this as a miraculous sign, a divine intervention that cast a shadow over the land in a time of great sorrow. The details of this darkness differ slightly across the 3 Gospels. Matthew and Mark mention the darkness falling over the land from the 6th to the 9th hour, while Luke specifically states that the sun was darkened. These descriptions have led some to believe that what was being described was indeed a solar eclipse. To add to this, we have the chronology of the crucifixion itself. While the exact date is a matter of debate among scholars, most agree it likely occurred around the Passover feast, which is tied to the lunar calendar. This would place Jesus' crucifixion around the time of a full moon, a necessary condition for a solar eclipse. Then there's the matter of timing. The Gospels suggest the crucifixion took place during daylight hours, specifically from the 6th to the 9th hour. This falls within the time frame when a solar eclipse could be visible. From these accounts, it seems plausible that a solar eclipse could have coincided with the crucifixion. But let's examine the other side of the argument. Now let's consider the evidence that contradicts the theory of a solar eclipse during Jesus' crucifixion. A significant point of contention is the lack of non-Christian sources confirming the darkness during the crucifixion. It's intriguing that such an extraordinary celestial event, if it did occur, wasn't reported by other contemporary sources. This absence of corroborative evidence from non-Christian texts does cast a shadow of doubt on the theory of a solar eclipse during the crucifixion. Moving on, let's examine the Gospel of John. Unlike the Synoptic Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, which describe the crucifixion darkness, John's account does not mention this phenomenon at all. This omission is noteworthy, considering the Gospel of John is often regarded as providing a more detailed narrative of Jesus' life and crucifixion. Now let's delve into the realm of astronomy. It is widely accepted that the crucifixion took place around the time of Passover, a Jewish festival that always occurs during a full moon. Here's the catch: a solar eclipse by nature can only happen during a new moon, not a full moon. This astronomical fact contradicts the theory of a solar eclipse occurring during the crucifixion. As we can see, the theory of a solar eclipse during the crucifixion is not without its contradictions and challenges. So, where does this leave us in our quest to understand if a solar eclipse occurred during Jesus' crucifixion? We've journeyed through a myriad of views, both supporting and contradicting this intriguing theory. On one hand, we have ancient Christian writings, viewing the crucifixion darkness as a miraculous event. On the other hand, modern scholars find no non-Christian sources to corroborate this, leading to questions about its historical authenticity. Some propose natural phenomena as an explanation, while others see symbolic significance. The Gospel of John's silence on the topic further fuels the debate. It's clear that while this theory holds a certain allure, it is far from being universally accepted. The conflicting evidence leaves us in a state of fascinating uncertainty. Whether a solar eclipse occurred during Jesus' crucifixion remains a fascinating question, and while we may never know for certain, it continues to stimulate thought and discussion about the intersection of faith, history, and science.